Buenos noches, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Hope everyone is well on this lovely Friday. 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 We are, as always, the Data VTuber Unico era, and today we are hopefully going to be wrapping up our little Blockbots journey with building this fine lad right here. Looks like the instructions are a little bit covered. Let's move you. See if we can move you up a little bit. There we go. Ooh, covering my head now. There we go. This boy. Look at this wonderfully goopy boy. Their name is Strife. You can kind of see right below the rah down at the bottom. They are part of, as you can see, Mega Bloks' Mutroids line, which, honestly, in terms of quality, in terms of individual parts, and the unique aspects of them, big improvement over the former line, which was the, as we recall, and our Interceptor here just lost a leg from us picking it up, but if you look at Interceptor here, as always, we're joined by Yana. Wave to the camera. Hello. Got some good pieces here. Kind of a little bit close, but we've got our big fist here, and on the other side, you want to flip that around. Or you can do that, or you can spin them. We've got big old rocket launcher, minigun, and yeah, structurally compromised, structurally compromised here. Our pilot fell out as well, and they are at the mercy of Strife's feet now. Yeah, as we just saw there a little bit, feet of the Mutroids, generally, and not just the feet, we sort of teased a few parts in prior streams, but pretty big leap in the quality of the individual parts here. As far as the, more unique one-off parts, and we'll free our Interceptor pilot here, so he can go home. Back into the Interceptor's head. Or the cockpit, or whatever we want to call it. Yeah. Big step up. You can see some nice detailing on these legs here. Very shiny, very can't really see it in the camera. There's almost like a glitteriness because of the texture that it has. But, we've got all these cool pipes and wires, and very clearly this is Blockbots was Mega Bloks' answer to Lego's Bionicle lines. Though, considering one of these lines ran for how long did it run for? 2000, almost 2010, 2011, not including Hero Factory. And these boys retired after what? This was the second line, which was 2002, 2003. So this was, to our recollection at least, the last final line of Blockbots. And yeah, it's definitely one line had a much longer tenure than the other, but there are charms to both aspects. We do like the more block-built aspect to these, and they do share some faults, such as joints and clips and things wearing out over time. As you can see, Strife's leg just sort of fell apart, and Yana doing their best. So I'll give Yana a little round of applause here for trying their best. They're holding the bucket with the other hand and trying to manage the frame here. There we go. But yeah, more brick built, same kind of flaws in aging as Bionicle had. Pieces get brittle or loose. The pegs are essentially the same design. If you want to pull that off a bit again. Well, there we go. Yeah. So as you can see here, all right, you can put the bucket down then. You can put that up. All right. As you can see, on this peg, we'll give a bit of background. You can see right up at the top these two little extrusions, little ledges, and we were talking about this last time, but those give us a better yellow background here, or more yellow background. It's supposed to clip in, they squeeze and then let loose. Oh, can't see. Squeeze, let loose to hold things in the sockets. There's supposed to be a satisfying click when you do so, but again, same faults as Bionicle. Pins tend to wear out over time. Yeah, Bionicle had its own host of issues with joints being a little brittle in certain colors. Any Bionicle collector will recall in horror if you even mention lime green. It was a tragic time in Bionicle's history. But this is not a Bionicle stream. This is a Blockbot stream, and we've ignored Strife here. Honestly, great art. Great art. Look at this. Look at this. Like, they had... I wonder if this is in the end here. Pretty simple instructions, as we can see. Not too much going on. The most complex part being the top here. And we realized we might have to disassemble parts of Interceptor because we used a couple of the 2x1 blocks in their construction, and those belong on Strife's build. So we'll see. We might not even have enough parts for Strife in the first place. But yeah, most complex part, probably going to be the torso here before the armor plate gets put on. That's just, again, fully brick built. And if we're looking to move the shoulders and the legs here, it's kind of a real thin frame going on. Real hourglass shape, and we kind of need it to be more of an upside down pear going on. Yeah, and then we've got the alternate construction. It's kind of like weird anteater looking thing. And yeah, and it came with a bucket of gel and one of those sticky hand things, but we obviously don't have those anymore. This is from nearly 2 decades ago, so those would have been long expired. But yeah, we can see here the syringe part we were talking about once before. And oh no, this doesn't have the comic. Man. To scroll up to the top. Yeah, because like we said, beautiful art. Beautiful art. And they had the whole point of this line was cyborgs versus Mutroids. Obviously, Strife here looking more Mutroid than Cyborg, and they would be fighting each other. And there were actually small comics at the end of instructions that sort of detailed some of the battles. Whereas the previous line that Interceptor was part of was more sort of independent. It was more, here's the kit, do what you want with it. No real storyline. So that was a huge improvement with all this lovely art. And yeah, just a general improvement in quality of the pieces, the detail of the bigger parts. A little more simplicity, which, some people could go either way on that, whether that's a pro or a con. Personally, we think, honestly, we don't actually have that much of an opinion on it. Either way, to be honest. Yes. Without further ado, we've been talking about the history of these enough, so let's jump into actually getting Strife built. So, we'll just move the frame back, and what are we starting with here? Looks like we're starting with one of the oboes. Alright, and funny enough, most of these are still built from 2 decades ago. So we've got this arm part with all the no, most of the pieces that we are going to need. So, well, or at least we hope. But we'll just, we're gonna run through the instructions just to make sure. Just breeze through it. To make sure that we've got all the parts that we need. It looks like here we've got a single cylinder, which we've got right next to the upward slope here. Kind of difficult to see against all the black on black, red on red. You can kind of see a little bit of the sheen reflected in the chamfer of the part. But that's all set. And it looks like it should be the same for both of these. In terms of both parts that are needed and parts that are complete. Yeah, 1 by 1 or 2 by 1, 1 by 1 circle, 2 by 1 brick. We've got a 4 by 2 plate on the bottom and a 2 by 2 circular cone at the top of each of them. Let's see here. 1 by 3 upward slope. And that seems to be it. Now, looking up at the parts, we forget what this was for. The 2 by 2 socket right here in the second column. So let's just hope we have it. And if we need more hinges right below there, we can always get some from our poor little walker here that can't stay connected. Leg joints broke. Not broke, but again, old bricks come loose. So that is unfortunate. But up top, looks like only one of these has the 1 by or 2 by 4 plate. And then we need a couple things. We need some of those brown armor pieces, obviously. Well, not some of them. We need all of them. Yeah, here we go. I mean, look at this. Look at this piece. Just nice armor piece. Goes right on a brick. Beautiful. They're beautiful pieces, honestly. I'm probably going to need some black bricks. No. Upward slope. And we've got, might as well just put this 2 by 2 cone here now. And then we're going to need a hell of a lot of dots again. Hell of a lot of dots. Probably some plates. So as we're digging here, we're just going to pull out any black pieces that we see. Odds are we're going to need them. Odds are better than not that we will need them. Yeah, honestly, Mega Bloks' mold quality has always been so good. I mean, look at this. Look at this knight. Look at those. Look at the things on their helmet. Look at that. So good. Like all this detail on the armor. The crossbow on his back. That's so cool. Like just injection molded into the back. And that's like standard. Like this guy has a hammer on it. Like Mega Bloks is always seen as the clone of Lego. But honestly, they do a lot, frankly, much better than Lego. Got a few black pieces that we didn't want to let go. And at least they did. They did. Not able to speak on the quality of Mega Bloks now, as last Mega Bloks set we got last Mega Bloks set we got was one of the Assassin's Creed ones. The figure, at least, was so good, so good. Those like rubber parts to use as the robes, so you can like customize your. Oh my god, it's such a good figure. Maybe we'll pull it out at the end, but I mean, figures have always been great. I mean, this is a Mega Bloks one as well. It's like some sort of military line. So we've got. Oh gosh, we stuck this guy on. Now we're afraid of pulling him off. So we've got like a jet ski, and then on the back here, this backpack was once used as. Can't quite see it. A parachute. And you can kind of see at the end a bit of frayed string from where it was cut off. We think it got tangled or something and just unusable or ripped or something. It was like a shopping bag plastic kind of quality of parachute. But the figure, very nice figure. Very nice figure here. Has built-in studs on the back to obviously have the parachute strapped on, but studs are studs, and you can really do anything. You could probably just stick them onto like a mech suit if you wanted to like custom build one around him. Yeah, just great figures throughout the history of Mega Bloks. Whether that be like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. We're getting so sidetracked. But just like in the history of like the quality of the molds, the like ingenuity of what you can do with them, like that's great. Lego's never done anything like this before, where you can just stick stuff onto them without having to like add an extra piece to the figures. And like this guy, one of the knights that came with the dragons line, if we remember those little they're like kits. Came with like a body and a head and like 4 legs and a set of wings. And actually we have a set of wings right here, or one wing, unfortunately. Other wing was torn off a little bit. Let's see if we can focus a little more. If we can focus a little more. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. And on the back of this one, got the same kind of pegs that would be on, can't quite see, the dragon figure. Kind of see the outline there. Oh. But, we've got this nice chromed out armor as well. Yeah, if we can take a little look at the back here. You can kind of see. Not as detailed a back mold on this one, but that's because he can do this. A full Dragon Knight, assuming you have a full set of wings. But just incredible. They did all sorts of things with their Legos. And I mean, some of these had like, I think we showed once how the legs come off and there was space for like a little steel bit, little block of steel or some magnetic metal. Back when some of the old dragon sets had really big dragons and had magnets in some of the feet. So you could magnetically stick some of your knights to the feet of the dragon and have them be carried away by the monstrous beast. I've got a plate here, 2x4, so I'll stick that on top. I have a feeling we might need this. Eat ahead. Like we said, some stuff has been done better, but, of course, we've shown this guy off before, but a few growing pains from Mega Bloks. Not great arms here. Not really great. I mean, it's nice that they're articulated with a ball joint at the shoulder, but these ones are cool. They're interesting, but definitely lower quality than Lego. I mean, like, as far as we know, Mega Bloks, don't they primarily make, like, here's an armor piece and another armor flat. Halo sets these days, right? Halo sets. Master Chief and the Covenant are the ones we see a lot. Some pieces stuck in here. Oh, there's our second cone, actually. Stuck inside the Tonka plane. Uh-oh. Come on, give it to us. There we go. Yeah. Master Chief Halo sets. They look nice. They look nice. Obviously, the figures of Mega Bloks, ever since they went like full. Oh shit! Did we just let one get away? Nope. Oh, oh shit! We did. Damn. Oh, we see it. Here it is. Hinge. And here we go. Stripe's head. This bad boy. Look at this insect-like bad boy. Yeah. We've got his claw. And we've got his pump. Some more armor pieces. Another side plate. Cauldron. Not to this set. Found a dot. Found a dot. Need a couple of these. Oh shit. Another block. Upwards 2x1 slope. I want you, I want you, I want you, and you. Oh, you, and we're definitely going to need a chess piece. Sounded like we just said chess piece. We meant chest piece with a T at the end. Might not actually have those 2x2 blocks. That have the joint inside. Let's take a look at how many 2x2. Oh, we need all 3 of these. Shit. And 10 of these. Alright. Alright. Well, we're pretty sure we can finish these arms, upper biceps. These just, oh, and there's like a little slot at the end, so the cone doesn't, right? Like this? Or are there 2 different sizes? Shouldn't be 2 different sizes. What are we missing? Am I missing something? It only says we need this part, right? Oh, wait. Oh, we see the problem. So this kit, even though it's still assembled from over 2 decades ago, was not actually assembled by Yana and ourselves. This was assembled by the son of a family friend, uh, well, the son of a friend of Yana's guardian. So we claim no responsibility for any mistakes that have been made, such as this. So on this arm, or on the arms in general, get a good angle. So the slope here, the upward slope, is supposed to be on the other side. It looks like next to the cones at the top here, because that will give the armor piece here leeway to be able to fit properly. But it looks like the person who built this switched those spots, so that armor will not fit as it currently is. That's been incorrect for 2 decades, and it feels weird now taking this apart. And sitting built wrong for 2 decades, that has to be some kind of record. Oh, and yeah, look at that. This 2x1 just fell right off. That's how long it's been sitting there. That once separated that, it doesn't know what to do with itself. Right. Now, there we go. That goes on nice. Look at that. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and presumably do the same on this one. Wait, no, this one's built correctly, actually. Interesting. Okay. So I'll just slip that on here then. No problem. And be done with it. All right. Well, those two are finished. We don't really need the dots on those, do we? I mean, we can put it on just to, for the sake of completion, but it's not necessary to the structure of the thing. So if we encounter any more dots, we'll put them on. All right, now we need a 1x4 or a 2x4 plate. Another one, we're not sure if we have any up here. We do have another cone. Upward slope. Just had it. Here we go. 2x4 plate. And what are we doing with this one? 2x2 bricks. Ooh. Dropped one of the arms. 2x2 bricks. We have 2 of those for sure. For sure. And then the ratcheting part of the lower hand here, this part. So we'll just remove this. Ooh. Strap that on, and then we've got the claw. The claw. Like that. Feels wrong. Feels wrong. It feels better looking at it like this, because that's flush, but that looks so wrong. It looks like it's supposed to only go to here. But We're not the designers. All right, and then we're moving on. Looks like to the torso parts. Okay, so this should be interesting. Interesting. So we have got just this part, lower part. So we need two of these 3x1 upward slopes, and ironically enough, we're going to be putting these on upside down. And this one on upside down. And then we need one of these nice sort of textured 2x1s or 1x2s, whichever boats your float. Where'd you go? We know we had you up here at one point. We didn't just like accidentally put it in here, did we? No, it doesn't look like it. Where the fuck did it go? That's wild. Oh, it's right here. Right below the claw. Silly. Alright. Now this one goes with the, you can see the nice texture on the outside here. Just like that. And get a look at the texture. Very nice. And then two of these 1x3 slopes on either side. The torso, do we have another one? Back into the bucket. See, look. Another freaking Lego piece. See, Lego printed on the top here. Another Lego piece. But we did get our 1x3. One of our favorite methods is just, sticking a hand and scooping a bunch of bricks out and then picking out from the refuse what you need. Very effective sometimes, especially when you're looking for these smaller parts. All right. Okay, looks like we're on to the upper calves, and we're pretty sure these have been built properly. So we've got the two 1x1s here, and then the 1x2 on the other side, and the 2x2 upward slope. Got the plate down there, and on the top side, okay, it looks like we need two more dots, probably optional, but definitely a 1x3 downward slope again. That is to sort of match the armor here. Interesting design. And again, we're taking out some of the bigger parts right now. So we can kind of more effectively dig around. What do we need the 2x2 blocks for with the insets in them? Why would we need that? Why would we need those? Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, best of luck to us. It's not looking great so far. Hell yeah. Scoop technique. Guaranteed to work. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, we can probably pick out the rest of him too. At least a few parts. A dot. Another plate. Alright, so, much like the dragon's line, being, you have a little plastic egg, and then inside, there's a little toy dragon. Obviously, makes sense. 2 and 2, etc. Mega Bloks for a time. Oh my gosh, he's so sad. Tried to, I guess, capitalize off the success of the Dragons line by venturing into another Robots line. Wasn't quite as successful. Dragons line went on for, a solid few years. It was definitely one of their more popular brands. So the 2x2 is supposed to be inside. Okay. However, their attempt to capitalize on that further did not go so well. But it makes for some interesting parts that unfortunately are not going to be really displayable very well today. Because this is our body of our robot, and as we can see over by Yana's pointer, little nub, and this is the connector part for both the dragons and these robot lines. So they would have limbs such as this, ball jointed to give pretty good articulation. But this robots line was not nearly as successful. Only lasted maybe a year or so. And it sucks because these are, again, great quality, interesting molds. It just didn't really work out. And I think maybe one of the factors in that is that, at least in ours, now this isn't like an indictment of the whole line because maybe we just had 11, but obviously we can see only one of the ball joints here survived. The limbs were super, tight and just not efficiently moved, not easily moved, as opposed to the Dragons line, which were, they held together well, and they still had the freedom of movement for all sorts of posing. But yeah, that line just did not last long for whatever reason. I mean, this guy. Hold on, we're snapping this here, and then snapping the armor plate on. Come on. There we go. I mean, this guy has the same sort of pins in his back. So, I mean, he came with this rifle, but you could just as easily mix and match with the Dragon's line and give them wings or give. It was such a good line. I mean, it was such a good expansion. And it's, again, a shame that. I mean, the Dragon's line doesn't even exist anymore either. Which, again, huge shame because it was so inventive. And again, we mentioned this as well last time. Like we see here, tons of unique molds, and that sort of persisted well into the Dragon's line. I mean, if you have super situational molds like this, like a banner for one of the factions, which again, beautiful piece, beautiful coloring. Just look at the texture on that. Look at the texture and the gloss. Like that's as shiny on camera as it is to Yana's eyes right now. But what else are you going to use this for? I mean, there's a big old faction symbol on it, little griffin, and it's obviously a flag. So outside of making more flags, there's not a lot you can do with this. Unless you get unless you're like a really good builder, super imaginative, and honestly more imaginative than the average kid would probably be, right? So just not a lot of options with some of these molds. Cylinder. I found another cylinder. Oh, that's a headlight. And some more dots. And we saw another piece. There it is. There it is. Come here. Come here. Oh my god! Another fucking Lego piece. Look at this. Another Lego piece. Not sure if you can see the logo, but definitely Lego. It says it. Alright, so we're not feeling super stoked about finding the 2x2 blocks with the pin in it, so we guess move on to the body and see how well that goes for us. We'll see how well that goes. Alright. Well. Oh shit. Yeah. Another cylinder. Another cylinder. What do we think? Do we need a 2x2 downward slope? We'll see. Oh, that's sad. So we have one last hinge that we need for a canopy for a jet fighter, and we found it. However, most of the round edges to clip into the canopy are gone. 3 out of the 4 of them are gone, so this is basically a tile now. Alright, let's start. See where we go. But before we start, we're also gonna go down Mega Block history again. We think. Hold on. Don't want to attribute something to a... No, yeah, we had that dead to rights. Alright, so. Right here. Look at this boy. Look at this little red ball. Little red ball. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that little green face. This is part of Mega Bloks' Neo Shifters line. Now, Neo Shifter, very much like Blockbots, sort of response to Bionicle from Mega Bloks. Very similar sort of designs. Figures constructed more with pieces that resembled these clips. Insert pins into holes and joints and more ratcheting stuff. Mega Bloks has always been more of a ratchet joint than a ball joint kind of folks. But they were almost like a mix of, primarily Bionicles. They had they weren't masks quite like Bionicle had, but they had faces that could come off, the base head, and also kind of little bit of Transformers in there. Now, these guys were not the actual Neo Shifters. The Neo Shifters are these big guys, a little bigger than the Blockbots here. But these guys, there we go, kind of like mini cons for them. The little guys sat in recesses in their chests of the Neo Shifters. And they could be sort of pushed out with little button. And these guys had little blasters, little laser pistols. And we don't have any of the Neo Shifters on hand because those were some big sets that are still mostly put together. But it always felt like Mega Bloks was kind of playing catch up, just outside of their licensed stuff, they didn't really know what they wanted to be, it felt like. I don't, like I said, playing catch up, always trying to they were going to catch the wave and the trends after Lego had already set them, rather than really doing a lot of stuff on their own. Which we think is why the Dragons line was so, had such a long run and had a bunch of innovations, because initially you can kind of see with this wing here, a little rubbery, softer plastic. But originally, it was hard plastics like these. Kind of pretty tough stuff. And even then, before that, they were proper action figures with harder plastics and rubberized parts, and so the line went through a lot, really. And I know we loved it because it was, again, so different from anything Lego had done. Lego had their Castles line, right? But the Castles line had a couple of dragons, but that wasn't the focus. The focus wasn't the focus. I mean, it's in the names. Mega Bloks' dragons and Lego's castles, right? It was very similar, but the focus, the themes were so different, and they did their own things, and they were both incredible, amazing, amazing, amazing. And what else? I mean, Mega Bloks also had, like during the height of Pirates of the Caribbean's popularity, a pirates line. You know, ghost pirates and skeleton pirates, uh, which, while not as popular, was also really good. So while like Lego was a leader, obviously, is like maybe the leader when it comes to brick built toys. So Mega Bloks never, ever had or probably will have a chance with catching up by imitating them. So I mean, like the Halo stuff, it looks great. The Halo Mega Bloks look great, but and honestly, they're in a very similar place right now, where not many original IPs seem to be coming from either of them. It's all licensed stuff now, like Star Wars or Avatar now, the blue one, and yeah, that's all we see on shelves for Lego. That's all that's really pushed. I mean, they've got their creator stuff in their city, which has been going for a long time, obviously. So that's nothing to shake a stick at, but we all know those aren't the top sellers, you know? So, yeah, it's a little sad, honestly, that the cool stuff is sort of fettering away, and even the cool stuff that Mega Bloks does, that is their own take on Lego's own ideas. I mean, it feels weird to say that it sucks that Lego can't be copied anymore. Not copied, imitated. Imitated. Copied is like, copy feels dirty to say. But they were very clear imitations. Yeah, if Lego's not innovating, there's no reason for anyone else to do so, you know? So, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's really a loss on all fronts. And then, we don't want to turn this into a Lego bashing stream, so we'll stop there. We'll stop there. Maybe we'll talk more on like a different stream about it. Because it is genuinely a topic we find fascinating. So, we'll see. But overall, we do love Lego, and we still hold a lot of love for especially the older Mega Bloks lines that we were playing with when we still got a lot of them. So, we're only saying this stuff because we love it. We were thinking the other day. Oh boy, here we go. We can probably skip that part, right? Right? Yeah. We were thinking, we watched a video on, kind of like art analysis. And the person said that they're not an art critic, right? Because that involves saying if something is bad or not, right? And we kind of got thinking, we disagree with that a little bit. A little bit. You know, we do think that is mostly a matter of semantics, the point we're about to make. But we think that critique is fine, right? As long as it's done in good faith and without, like, there goes a leg, malicious intent. Because most often critique is supposed to be, at least, an indication of wanting something to be good, right? And critique isn't always bad. It is, noting things that could be improved. But good critique is also noting the things that are good and done well. And we think, like we said, this is going to be an argument of semantics. But the word they were looking for is a reviewer. They're not an art reviewer. Because reviewers are the ones that, score things and rate things and say it's X out of 10 stars. Which isn't bad. We're not saying reviewers are bad. It's a good thing to have, we watch a movie reviewer on YouTube to get an idea of whether we think we'd like a new movie coming out. Because historically, this reviewer has, tastes in entertainment that align with ours. So, reviewers are very good, right? They help us make decisions, and when we find someone that we trust, that helps us. We'd rather not waste our time and money if we can help it, or at least I think we should help. I hope we do. So, hearing someone say, like, yes, this is worth your time, or no, it's not worth your time, is very helpful in a lot of situations. But not every situation, right? Critique, on the other hand, is more subjective. Again, it's looking for the good and looking for where things can improve. A movie critic should be someone who acknowledges the good parts, says what can be done to improve, whereas a movie reviewer is someone who says, like we said, this movie is good and worth your time, right? A critic analyzes the themes and the construction of something, and the reviewer disseminates value to it. Yeah, we don't really know where we're going with this. Yeah, I think the point is we're not. We're very fascinated with the history and the sort of interwoven stories of these two companies. And seeing those stories being reduced to, this is just a part in their lifetimes, we're sure, their overall corporate lifetimes. And who knows? I mean, Ninjago is still going strong after, 10 years or something? Original IP isn't dead. Licenses are just more profitable. And it's just not. That's just not something that we. Uh, that's something that we think can be changed for the better. We think there's a place for both. I mean, the Lion Knight's castle from Lego, uh, the Dragons line from Mega Bloks. I mean, there's so much good potential. There's so much potential, and just to see it not even nothing attempted, nothing new, no chances taken. It just makes us feel certain ways, you know? But we've always got the past to look to. If we aren't super stoked about what we see now. So, overall, it's not that big of a deal. What is kind of a big deal is, just the fact that we do not have pieces we need, huh? To those. I might. No. Because the walker does not have any of those pieces. Don't really want to resort to our ultimate technique of just dumping everything out, so we're gonna try our best here. We are kind of inching to that ultimate conclusion, though. So we'll see how long our resolve lasts here. That's a castle piece. I mean, this bucket is not that big. There are not that many pieces. We're going to try something. We're going to try something. So where is it? Right here. We're supposed to have so many pieces in here, but hypothetically, we balance these two, because these are what's next. Up here, that's where these are supposed to go. No. Those. Oh, where do you two go? So these go. What? Okay, so the first row, this is the front. And then we've got first row, which is these, second row, which is these. The third row was across, right? And then yeah, so these go here. Yeah, we had it right, just kind of backwards. So these go here. And this doesn't even matter. You know why? So we slot this down here. What's that even for? It's probably for just like the alternative build. That goes down there. And don't we pull more cylinder parts, or is that our imagination? So this piece goes across the top. And then two of these pieces right here. Two of the 4x1s. Just sort of balance those like so. This leg is kind of in the way. And then we'll just drop this in. It should be structurally sound enough. Just drop that in, like the instructions say. And then we do need 2 extra cylinder pieces there, so what else do we need? What else do we need? We need 2 of these, so we'll just cross these atop here with the 2x4s right on top. Then we need 2 cylinder pieces. Let's hope. We've got one. We've got one. one might be all we get. Pop this down here. And we need one of these. And allegedly, we need 8 dots, but we don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. We'll just pop these down. Oh. On top of here, and then we'll grab whatever other dots we have and do the same on the other side. And oh, it looks like huh. Come on, clamp down all over, all over. Gotta clamp down all over. All right, 4 more dots. We can do that. One. We're sure we don't have any more up here. 2. 3. Booyah. 4. All right, let's see what we can do with these. So we need to put these on top of the pin blocks. Come on. Come on. 2. Where's the other pin block? Don't we have it? Oh, here it is. Woo. 3. 4. And just, like last time, we're going to have to go to the front. This is the back. This should be the front. And we're just going to have to sort of balance it right here until we can hopefully, yeah, we've got all these blocks. So we'll put this 2x4 on. And this 2x4 on. And these 2x4s on. And then the shoulder hinges. Got this one, and the flat part goes inside towards the body, like so. And then the other one was actually attached to the plate, right? Right. So we think we have it set up already, but we'll just slide that on here. And we'll scroll down again. All right, we think we might be able to do it. These should, even with all these missing parts, everything should still lock in because it's structurally still sound in the middle. So, snap this armor plate on. Drop the head right on. And make sure everything's nice and secure. And we've already got the hair in, the weird dreads, almost. I don't know. 738. Oh yeah, we don't need that. And the backpack, the goop syringe. You know what? We're gonna actually just go ahead and attach it. So we plug that in, and then just like that. Oh no, that pinches it. So maybe we don't do that. This is old rubber, so we're not gonna stress it too much. But that goes right there on the back. He's coming together. Strife is coming together. Oh Lord, he a coming. And then he's bit. We've got the anteater head. Already put together. We're definitely not going to be able to do this. We don't have any more circle parts, any more cylinders. So, where did these go? Let's go right above sort of the shin. We'll give it our best with what we've got. These go here, other leg, which we dropped earlier, picking back up. So you go here. We'll sort of move Strife's body. So these go like so. And again, just like Interceptor. It's not missing parts, it's battle damaged. And then apparently we're supposed to have two of these ones. Oh, which we do. Forgot about the second one. Which will stick right there on you. And we'll get rid of this for the time being. And right here on you. Give you a bit more ankle. And oh. That's where the other two 2x1s are. Oh. It's supposed to be right there. Well, we don't have the pieces to support the 2x1s there that go right there. Anyways, so who cares? All right, now we get to put this boy all together, or at least what we have of him. All right, so this piece goes here, and that's it. That's him. That's the boy. We're just kidding. Thigh, foot, other thigh, and the other foot. Those attach to the body. And apparently we don't need the rest of this stuff, so cool. Our other shoulder pad. Just hopefully we don't break these. Uh-oh, is this not the right one? No, it's fine. It's the right one. Come on. There we go. And then bicep, forearm. Is he always like this? I guess that's how he fits. And the claw. Oh, it's not very structurally sound. There we go. Look at him. Strife. Reborn. Sort of get a look at him. Look at his claws here. And we've got his feet, his big old feet, big old stompers. See if we can get a bit more focused. Overcompensate a little. Ooh. Come on, camera. There we go. That's a little bit all right. There we go. Look at him. Look at him in all his mutroid glory. Got his anteater hand. Nom, 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 nom. He's got his big old claw. He's not that bad, actually. Not that bad. The bottom of the plate is a little floppy. Kind of see it flopping around a little bit, but yeah, look at this guy. All right. A little bit bulkier than we remember, but definitely a lot less parts than we remember as well. So we'll just ignore that. Yeah, here we go. We have got Strife, all complete. Amazing. And then we're not gonna. We thought about shoving some water or something in here just to demonstrate their gooping feature, but that feels like a mess we don't really want to clean up. You get the idea, you know. You take this off and you plug it into the back of his head, and then you fill this up with stuff, and then you push it through, and then you can kind of see on his chest piece as well. There's some yellow stainage around here from when this was originally built without our help. Yeah, it was all gooped up then. So we've still got some goop now, but he is all goop free today. But look at him. Wow. Wow. Amazing. And we can't do this because we don't have these parts installed. But you know, alternative build, not really a build, but alternative setup, little anteater thing. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, we can see the goop in action in progress. Pretty cool. 2003, 2003 Mega Bloks. Amazing. Well, that is Strife all put together here, and hopefully never taken apart except to find more parts for him. You know, put more stuff in him, on him, that should be there anyways. Like if we ever find some of the cylinders for their legs, might do that. But until then, Strife, Interceptor, complete. And they're gonna have to duke it out for supremacy in the meantime. Mech versus Mutroid, who's gonna win? Well, where'd you go? Here we go. Not quite sure who's gonna win at the moment, because there may be a third party, an additional challenger sometime in the future. And I'm not going to say who, but we'll give you a little sneak preview. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Well, with that, and with Strife here complete, this is where we're going to call it a night. As always, if you've been with us if you've stuck with us for this long, we thank you for sticking around. Going to be over on Twitch as per usual this Sunday, playing some Fallout 76. So we hope to see you there. But until we meet again, we hope you have a good day, a good night, or good morning, wherever you are. And we shall see you next time.